Nice. Welcome to CharacterSelect. My name is Dave, and this is Armored Core, a game from a company that some people may be familiar with, called From Software. That's right. The guys that made Demon's Souls, Dark Souls, Bloodborne, all of those games, made Armored Core. And I love this game. I'm not good at this game, but I love this game. Also, as you can see, I have a bit of a different setup here. Got a new desk. It's awesome. But this game is interesting in that it actually has like a whole story and everything. It's actually pretty cool. Boop ba doop boop 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 boo. Doop doop doop. Yeah. This is the only test that we give to people who want to become a Raven. You must battle against the opponent AC and survive. If you survive, you will be considered a Raven. That's all. Good luck. So, Armored Core is a very interesting game because it's so ahead of its time. So very, very far ahead of its times. No. And of course, the first thing that they do is put you into a battle with an enemy and say, "Hey, if you can't do this, then it's game over, bitch." Oh, come on. Of course, this enemy is actually super easy, all things considered. Doop, doop, doop. Pew! And he's dead. I'll talk more about what this game is as we go, but... Oh, what the hell? There's another one? You said I only had to fight one. Pew! 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 Forgot how blocky this game looks, but it still looks good.
The test is over. From this moment on, you are a Raven.
Nice. So yeah, this is a mech game with extreme customization. For what it's worth, there is actually a story to this. The basics of what you need to know. There's these mechs that were designed for industrial purposes called muscle tracers, MTs. Basically, you hook up to them, you move your arm, and it moves your arm. It traces your muscle movement. They kept getting bigger and bigger. People started using them for military applications because, of course, they did. And that resulted in the development of the Armored Core, which is an advanced warframe muscle tracer. Ravens are a mercenary group that hire themselves out to the highest bidder and basically say, hey, give me a job. I'm going to go blow stuff up for you for money. And yeah, that's really all you need to know. Of course, it's a bad future, mega corporations and all that stuff, but welcome to the Raven's Nest. We at the Raven's Nest use the net to provide various types of support to those who have become Ravens. In addition to relaying missions, we mainly provide AC repair services, supply ammo, sell new AC parts, etc. We also occasionally use email to relay information regarding the missions that you have accepted. The Nest never interferes with the mission requesters or with the individual Ravens. Even if you have trouble with the mission requesters, the Nest cannot get involved. Be aware of this. Oh, by the way, call me R. I will be your contact at the Nest. Whether our association will be long or short depends entirely on your skill. I'll be in touch. So, you can go right to missions, you can go to shop, but let's take a look at this. When I say extreme customization, I mean extreme customization. These are all of the things that are exclusive to the head units. Oh, what's that? The core is different? Sure is. Arms are different too. So, there's a lot going on here. Basically, when it comes to building an armored core, you have a certain weight limit. The weight limit is defined by your legs, where you can see max weight on that fourth from the bottom. Lighter legs can let you move faster, but have less weight, max weight. Your total health or armor is determined by the combined armor points of your head, core, arms, and legs. How much you lose per hit is determined by your defense shell and defense energy. If you're hit by energy, it's different from if you're hit by a kinetic weapon. Anti-missile response. How good are you at shooting down incoming missiles? What's the angle? 48 degrees? Basically, it's going in a small pie in front of you. What's your energy drain? Can your reactor keep up with the energy drain? There's so much going on here. It's so cool. But we basically have nothing. We literally have nothing. We have a basic frickin' mech, but we are going to change the color. Hoarfrost? No. Gleam Sash? No. Serpent Scale? No. Cross Stripes? Why? Why would you do this to me? Decorator. Let's go with Night Shift. Night Shift should look good, right? Good enough. You can also name your mechs, and since we are a pilot called Phoenix, we will call this... Just enough words. Just enough words. Just enough letters. You can test it whenever you want. You can make a custom emblem to put on the frickin' thing, which we're not going to do. And this goes super in depth if you want to. But we will throw on a sample. Boop. There we go. Hey, now we got an emblem on us. Cool. As for what parts there are in this game, oh boy, are there ever parts. There's head parts, core parts, arm parts, leg parts, generator. What generators determine how much energy you have and how fast it recharges. The fire control system, optional parts, boosters, aka your speeding around bits, back weapons, arm weapons. That's it. I feel like they add more later. but there's so much going on here. Do you not like regular legs? How about... Where is it? How about some reverse joint legs? Not a fan of reverse joint legs? How about quad legs? Oh, what's that? You don't want quad legs? How about shank legs? Arms. Regular arms? Regular arms not cool enough for you? How about some fucking gun arms? Like, this game is nuts for how much it does. But let's do some missions. Let's blow some stuff up. Oh, and here's where you get the storyline. So we have a mission to eliminate squatters and a mission to eliminate strikers. The requester is the Zam City Guards for eliminate squatters. They give us 14,000 credits, which isn't enough to buy anything. You are to eliminate a group of illegal squatters at an abandoned factory on the east side of the city. They profess to be radicals opposed to area redevelopment. However, the planners have already reached an agreement with the citizens in question, so these are merely outlaws who want an excuse to run amok. But they are still citizens, so from the standpoint of the Guard, we cannot use force. If they are left as is, there is a risk of affecting the progress of the plan. There is no need for restraint. We want you to firmly teach them the rules of society. Theater of Operations, Old Factory, East Zam City. Worker MTs and MTs. Eliminate illegal squatters. Okay. Requester, Chrome. Workers in the Avalon Valley Development Area, demonstrating for better working conditions, have taken over the Doan Bridge. They have erected a barricade on the bridge and completely halted traffic. There is no sign of their giving in to the guards. They persist in demanding to see the HQ. We told them that we have no time to deal with such trifling matters, but they don't seem to understand. Anyway, we can't leave this as is. In a drawn-out battle, collateral damage would become a problem, so forcibly eliminate them now. Several worker MTs are on the bridge, but this should be no problem at all for you Ravens. Our armored division is also deployed. Should be an easy job, so go to it. Okay. I guess I'm being an asshole no matter what I do. So I don't really have all that many weapons or any options, really, so I will stick with my rifle and missile launcher. And I will do my best to not use either.
System engaged.
Okay. Oh god. Okay, thought I was dead. Oh, they're blowing themselves up. Sweet. And I jumped all the way over the bridge. Okay, that was bad. As you can see, energy recharges faster if you're not moving. Just one of the many ways that this game is very, very detailed. Damn it. Damn it. Damn it. There we go. Now, as you all are very well aware at this point, I am not a cautious person by nature. But I am going to do this mission very cautiously. I cannot hit him through there. Okay. There's only 2 of them left. Oh god.
Target achieved.
Yay! The reason that you're trying to be really circuitous and circumspect in these missions is because you have to pay for your ammunition and repairs. I got paid $14,000 and I made $5,000. Game's difficult. Oh, so there's different types of arm weapons too. You have your right-hand arm weapons, which are generally your long-range weapons, rifles, machine guns, things like that. You can also get shotguns and energy weapons. Really cool. Your left-hand weapon is an energy blade, and you just run up and slash people with it. It's really cool. Alright, we're going to eliminate the squatters, because a mission's a mission. I remember renting this game a lot. Alright. Oh, and as you might imagine, the more expensive your weapon, armor, or whatever is, the more it costs to refill it, replace it, whatever. This is usually a good mission to get quite a bit of money on if you can sneak up on dudes and slash them. Because you don't waste money on ammo and you don't waste too much money on armor. I have played through this game a few times, but the last time that I beat the game was way, way back. In like, maybe the early 90s. Oh, running out of energy. Ow. Just die already, Jesus. Freaking 20 some odd shots to kill that guy. But yeah, the missions are short because by necessity they have to be short. Oh god. Oh my god. Fucking... Thank you. Jesus. And you really, really, really don't want to let your energy flatline, because if your energy flatlines, you enter charging mode. What can you do in charging mode? Nothing that requires energy. However, charging mode is slightly faster than redline charging, which is another factor in generators. We'll get into all of this when we get there. But man, it's complicated. Boop. Alright, he dead. Good. Yeah, the energy blade is by far the strongest weapon you start with. Absolutely the strongest weapon you start with. Considering it friggin' one-shots those guys, it's absolutely super strong. Do. Hey, a better payday. Sweet. Can I afford anything? No. No, I cannot. I can maybe get a new arm weapon, like a crappy machine gun. No new mail? Oh, and if you decide you don't want to do missions... Well, actually, no, you can't do it in this one. In Armored Core 2, you can challenge people in the arena. Arena fights are never for money, but you get money if you win, so it's always worthwhile doing. But these are the top-ranked Ravens. So you've got Purunu Turi in the Tufuku Go. Uses a Chinese good luck charm as his emblem, known to be superstitious and choosy about missions. White Queen in the Checkmate 2 loves close-up combat and excels at swordplay, also known on the net as a chess champion. Skip all of these people. The one that we really want to worry about is Hustler 1 in the AC 9-ball. The number one Raven, said to be the strongest ever, has a reputation of always handling the tough jobs. Anybody that's played Armored Core game can tell you about 9-ball. In fact, there's an Armored Core game specifically called 9-Breaker. And yes, it's because of that guy. So let's look at arm weapons here. So these are the laser blades. Attack power is 950 or 1210. You can get machine guns. So you can get a handgun too. The reason you would ever want to get a handgun is because the ammo price is pretty low. You can get a sniper rifle, another sniper rifle, another handgun, lower performance but inexpensive. Oh, and yeah, the weapon lock also affects how you use it. Wide and shallow means it's really big, but it doesn't get very far. There's some of them that are narrow and deep. Narrow and deep means it's a very small targeting area, but it can go really far. However, this one costs 163 credits per shot and only has 80 rounds. So even if you fired all of them, you would be in trouble. But let's do some more missions. Alright, requester Isaac City Guard. We just now discovered several unidentified MTs in the sewers. The MTs are overwhelmed the guards going to investigate and fled. I don't think they are ordinary citizens. Our reputation will be ruined if we let them go. We'll begin our search of the sewers at once and drive them to you like cattle. You wait there and pound them. Isaac City Sewers, 8 MTs. Conditions for success, destroy all enemies. I can do that. Crappy ass payday, but I'll take it. I might be able to laser blade these guys. We'll see. You also have to
System engaged.
Okay. You also have to keep in mind...
This is the guard. We've cornered the enemy as expected. We'll leave the rest up to you.
Oh, that red line, though. No, no, you son of a bitch. Ugh. Dick. Here I am charging again. And for anybody who's wondering how this game is a control, or how the control scheme is, left and right on the D-pad, turn left and right, up and down, move forward and back. L1 and R1 strafe, L2 and R2 look up and down, and then you push them both to look forward. X is jump or boost. Circle is left-hand weapon, square is right-hand weapon, and triangle is switch weapons. No dual sticks here, because they weren't standard on the PlayStation 1. Thank you. 2 more. So yeah, the first few missions in this game are pretty tough without having any kind of weapon or anything like that. Or any good weapons, I should say.
Target achieved.
Yay! They all did. Ugh, still not making a lot of money. And there are, of course, hidden weapons in this game. Because, of course, there are. So we don't have a lot of money. So, and yes, it is possible to damage your AC so much or use so much ammo that you get a negative reward. try really hard to avoid that. Fort Garden Guard. The city security system that we monitor has been destroyed, and security MTs from various areas are running amok. The true perpetrator is as yet unknown. All the guards are trying to control the situation, but the scope of damage is too wide, so we cannot completely handle it. We are asking the Ravens for help. Destroy all of the security MTs in the business district of the city. We have already evacuated the citizens. No need for restraint. 12 security MTs. Alright. So yeah, an MT is basically less capable than an armored core, or an AC.
System engaged.
Oh god, they have missiles. Whoa! Okay. Wasn't expecting to be under attack immediately, but alright. Oh god. Oh yeah, you can see the missiles exploding. That's my anti-missile defense system. That's super automatic. I have no control over that. Sometimes it works, sometimes it doesn't. Weapon locks are also kind of hit or miss. You don't really have control over those either. Alright, that's 6. The nice thing about the rifle is that ammo for it is super cheap, and it's pretty good for most situations. Ow, 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 ow. Alright, fine. I'll go for you. Yeah, later games in the series put a lot of emphasis into the fast-moving combat. The dashing around and stuff, as opposed to the mechs part of it. And I just don't like it as much. I'm talking like Armored Core 4.
Target achieved.
But I absolutely loved Armored Core from like Armored Core 1 all the way through Armored Core 3, so... Hey, that was a pretty good payday. Not bad, not bad, not bad. Alright, we should have enough money to buy something now. And definitely not a core. Those are the most expensive things that you can get. We could get better arm units. Okay, so first of all, let's take a look at our mech core now. Blech. Our core right now. So this is the HD GRY NX head unit. Computer type sucks, memory type no memory, map type no memory, no noise canceller, biosensor, or radar function. It's got 1,000 armor points, 232 weight, 194, 134. So it's not great. Let's take a look at some head units. So the HD01 SRVT has a biosensor, which is important for various reasons, but it doesn't have as much armor as the other one, as the one that we have. That one's equipped with a radar function, so you can take off a radar if you wanted to. Can't afford that one. Oh, they just get increasingly more expensive. Huh. So the one that we have actually has a pretty good armor rating, all things considered. Jump function provided. If it doesn't have a jump function, you're using the booster to pull yourself off the ground. Jump gives you that spring to start. Lightest of the heavily armored humanoid legs. But yeah, legs can have different speed ratings. It's kind of hard to tell from here. But basically, if you have a speed between about 200 to 300, you're going at the speed that we have been going. Above 400 or above 300 and you're sprinting, and below 200 and you're walking. Stability is how likely you are to flinch whenever you get hit by something. Middleweight has reduced weight without sacrificing performance, but not that great. That's out of our price range anyway. What about generator? So generators, you have to worry about the maximum charge, how big the energy bar is, and the charge red zone. The red zone is that red part of the energy bar that always takes longer to charge. If the bigger the red zone that you have, the longer you're going to be stuck in it, basically. But red zones also take longer to deplete as well. So a big red zone can be good for emergency situations, but usually you want it as low as possible. Performance not so bad, but the equipment is so-so. The best generator that they're selling here right now, because there are stuff that gets introduced later, is this one. It's got almost 10,000 energy output, but the maximum charge is not as high as it could be. Fire control systems give you different lock speeds as well as maximum number of locks. They can also adjust what your targeting is. So if you have something that's narrow and deep, but the lock type is tall, it's going to be very tall and very narrow. Option parts. Anything good here? Adds a missile display function to the radar. Not that great. Missile jammer, which I assume means it's harder for it to hit me. Fires a missile automatically on full lock-on, which is very interesting. Reduces the recoil from shell hits. Increases the number of capacitors in the generator. I don't know what that means. Reduces damage from solid rounds. Reduces damage from energy rounds. Increases the burst fire rate of energy weapons. Not sure what that is because there's no description. Increases the firepower of energy weapons. Oh. Interesting. It's like there is a description there, but it's not there. Boosters have their own energy drain, as well as how powerful they are. Power determines how fast you move. So the charge drain is... You generally want a low charge drain and a high boost power, but usually you're going to find that they go hand in hand. Low and low and high and high. This one's actually really good, which is why it's so expensive. It's not the most powerful booster, but it's got a pretty good charge drain. Back weapons! Back weapons are super varied. This is what we have already. This just fires a small missile. Small missiles are still pretty pricey. They do 130 per shot. They have 830 attack power, which is really, really good. But only one maximum lock. Not that great. The only difference between that one and this one is this one can have 2 locks. Only difference between that one and this one is this one can have 6 locks. Same ammo cost, same damage, all of that stuff. This one actually fires much more powerful missiles, but much more expensive missiles. 2 multi-warhead missile that scatters warheads in flight. I believe that means it goes bang and then goes boo. So that's cool. Extremely expensive ammo, 1,200 per shot. Drops 8 ground attack mines for experts. Not going to use that, considering how expensive they are. Fires 2 left or right curving indirect attack missiles. So instead of the missile going straight ahead, it's going to go whee. 3 curving indirect attack missiles, so all of them are going to go up. Rockets. Rockets are extremely powerful but unguided. So you can't lock onto targets, you have to fire them yourself. These ones are large rockets, so they do a lot more damage. They're also really good for the price, too. Fast reloading rifle, easy to use. Not so much, but we'll get to that. 7 simultaneously shots that scatter over a wide range. That is a shoulder shotgun. It's a grenade launcher. And it's really strong and really expensive. That is a energy weapon. Energy weapons are usually one of the best things that you can get because energy weapons don't have ammo costs. They're not as strong, but they the lack of ammo costs are usually pretty good. And then you can also get antennas, which give you radar. You don't have to have a radar, but it's usually recommended to have a radar. You can also get dual shoulder weapons, 2 missiles per lock-on, 2 multi-warhead missiles simultaneously. Yeah. Then arm weapons, machine gun, machine gun, machine gun, handgun. We've been through these. Honestly, what I'd love to get is a laser weapon. Alright, let's take a look at how strong our rifle is. So the rifle has 218 attack power. The biggest advantage of the rifle is that each shot only costs 18 credits, and it's got 200 ammo. It is extremely useful. It's also relatively light and has relatively low energy drain. Shoots relatively quickly. You know, it's not a bad weapon. Whereas this thing has an attack power of 738, which is pretty good. But we can do better. Like, even this is more powerful than... And it's always reflected in the price. So, you always got to be careful with that. But yeah, the problem with the energy weapons is that they are expensive. And the other thing with energy weapons is that you better have a generator that can support them, because they drain a lot more energy than your standard weapons. 348 per shot, Jesus. All right, we're actually going to buy this. No, wait. Oh, the other nice thing is that you can almost always get all of your money back for selling parts. Oh, we're just short. Dang. All right, we'll get the handgun. This is a game that very much rewards experimentation. So that's a handgun. This is classified as a handgun weapon. Look how friggin' big that thing is. All right, missions. Reclaim oil facility. Requester Chrome. Upon success to 18,000 credits, we want you to attack the terrorist group Struggle that is occupying the oil extraction facility Tide. Although this facility is now completely abandoned, we were at the point of initiating a retrofit plan. Their purpose can be none other than to sabotage our company. We cannot let this delay construction. That would only play into their hands. The Tide facility may have some old tanks that still contain oil. They might explode if hit, so be very careful in your operations. Okay, I can do that. Let's test out this new handgun, shall we? So the handgun, despite the fact that it's a handgun,
System engaged.
is basically twice as powerful as the rifle. They're faster than me. This thing also shoots a hell of a lot faster. The other thing you have to be careful with is that your fire control system will not recognize that an enemy is dying, and it's totally possible to waste ammo on them. So, that was a good mission. We got a lot of money for that. I like money. Money is great. You cannot repeat a single mission in this game. There is a New Game Plus. Ooh, new mail. Good job, Raven. We like your work, so maybe we'll have you work for us in the future. You're pretty handy with an AC, but that alone is not enough for you to survive. Not skill alone. Remember this well. Wait, was that it? Yeah, okay. From R, despite the small scale of its activities, the armed group's struggle, sworn to fight against Chrome, is famous among the militaristic factions for being well-armed, exceeding even imminent storm. In other words, they must have some powerful backing behind them. The only corporation that has the power to resist Chrome is none other than Murakumo Millennium. Murakumo must be giving some sort of organizational support to struggle in order to whittle away at the power of Chrome. A very likely situation, as you must see. I'll be in touch. Yeah, so the corporations fight each other. That's nothing new. Alright. Now that we have achieved our objectives... Boop. Let's stop worrying about ammo. Well, let's stop worrying about ammo costs. This isn't as powerful as the handgun, but... Ooh, but my generator can't handle it. Uh-oh. That's no good. Alright. Nearly twice that of the GPS VVA, which is what we start with. So hold on. I believe it is, anyway. So this is the GPS VVA. The energy output is 4728. And we need something that does at least 4800. So the V6 isn't going to help us. Because it's still the same 4728. This one does 5300. And it's got a pretty good charge. Can we afford it, though? Boop. The nice thing about this game is that selling stuff never causes problems. Like, if you sell something and you realize that you don't have enough money for the part that you want, then just buy back. Alright. Yeah, I don't like the maximum charge on that one, even though the energy output is better. So we'll get this one. Necessary parts equipped. So yeah, it automatically equips a generator if you don't have one. Same thing with boosters, same thing with legs. And head, and core, and arms. Okay. Ooh. Murakumo Millennium. Advance 0 upon success AC parts. We want you to destroy Chrome gun emplacement. The gun emplacement construction site is located in an ocean buffer zone, just barely outside Murakumo territory. Our repeated warnings to halt construction have been completely ignored. Chrome offers only transparent excuses about maintaining security, but their intentions are clearly a preemptive military attack. We now have no choice but to use force. This time we prepared an AC part as your pay. It's a prototype of the highest quality. We are counting on the Ravens. So, if you remember, I think I mentioned in StarCraft 2 about when we were talking about demo CDs, I mentioned that Armored Core is one of the games that I played on a demo CD.
We've arrived at the combat area. We'll leave as soon as your AC is deployed.
This is one of the missions that was on the demo disc.
System engaged.
Boop. Oh. Guess they died. So it is absolutely in our interest to get hit as little as possible on this mission. Problem is, My energy is insufficient. God damn it. Because we're not getting money for this mission, period. Pew, 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 pew. And we're done.
Target achieved.
Now, we're not getting paid for this mission, but those legs are awesome. And honestly, we can afford 3,000 credits, so why not? New mail. Tell me about Murakumo Millennium. Huh, thanks. Congratulations on a job well done. We are grateful that you resolved the situation quickly. Chrome's tyrannical conduct is becoming more and more violent every day. We would never stoop to the kind of wrongful use of force that they embrace, but we have no choice but to fight. Hope we can count on you in the next time the need arises. So Chrome is supposedly provoking Murakumo Millennium, and Murakumo Millennium is supposedly provoking Chrome by doing bad stuff with mercenary groups. Alright, let's take a look at these legs. Here's the problem. These legs are a hell of a lot faster. So, armor point 2795, 3035, so they have less armor. They have less shell and energy defense, although energy defense is barely lower. And they have less max weight, but they are super speedy. The problem is, we have to figure out something that we can take off so that we can use them. And yes, even the friggin' fire control system has a weight. This one is 14. You cannot launch if you have an overweight mech. Alright, here's what we're going to do. We're going to take off the radar. And then we're going to test so I can show you guys what the lighter legs look like. Because those are cool. Those are fun.
Test mode engaged.
As you can see, it makes me insanely difficult to hit. It's really cool. However, because I can't stop moving, phew. So suffice to say, I don't like the lighter legs. I'm okay with heavier legs because heavier legs can be countered by
Test
boosters.
mode terminated.
But lighter legs, not a fan. It's possible to build some insane builds of ACs with light legs and just like laser blades, especially in later games. But nah, in this game, not a fan. So we'll put our normal legs back on. What is EP and WP? Weight points and energy drain. Okay. However, the reason that you absolutely want to do that mission is because those legs sell for a cool 44,000 credits. Honestly, some of the best legs in the game are the reverse joint legs. They really can't hold much, though. Don't think I noticed that before. Wait, I might be looking at the wrong thing. No, they can hold a lot. Never mind. I was looking at the actual weight of the legs instead of the max weight. Boop. Let's pop that on our mech. Also, I apologize for the sound in the menu, but I can't do anything about it. I wish I could. Yeah, that increases our maximum weight by like 400. And it makes us look weird. Awesome. Alright, and then we're gonna buy a head. Good energy weapon shields. This is the one that I want, but we obviously don't have enough money for that. Unless... Alright. How much can we sell that head for? Gets us to 59,000. Still not enough. But because we have a radar on the head, we don't need the radar on the back. Yeah. Perfect. Boop. Necessary parts equipped. Alright, so the HD1 is super fucking good. We have no money. So, because it has the radar, it also has a detailed computer, which is kind of cool. Stop terrorist threat, worker robot removal. What? Mercumo Millennium. Due to security system trouble, the worker robots are out of control. Most of the robots have already been captured and destroyed, but some of them have entered the grounds of the power plant. Luckily, no major accident has occurred so far, but we cannot leave the situation as is. Because of the location, ordinary measures are useless. This is where we need your help. We want you to destroy all of the robots within the power plant, but do not damage the generators or you risk causing a major explosion. If you destroy a generator, we will deduct compensation for the damages from your pay. The worker robots have no cat attack capability at all, but you must move cautiously. Okay, so this is one of those weird missions where they're actually paying you in advance. They give you 7,000 up front, 10,000 after you complete it. So that's why it says accept this contract, yes, and then launch sortie, in case you want to use that money to buy something. I don't. 7,000 is garbage. We should be able to do this mission
Main
relatively
system
okay.
engaging combat mode.
Do you read me, Raven? Hitting a generator could cause an explosion, so please be careful.
I'm not sure what happened there. Oh, the mech exploded. Ouch. So if you abort a mission like that, you can do it again. But you have to pay the costs. Ugh, that sucked. At least I think that's what happened.
Main system engaging combat mode.
Do you read me, Raven? Hitting a generator could cause an explosion, so please be careful.
So this is, there are gray areas in the lock too. Like that doesn't guarantee a hit. That does. Okay. You little fucker. Asking me to be precision is not the best job. Okay. Okay. So I must have just been too far away from that robot that one time. What the... What? Oh. Hi. So this mission, assuming that you can figure out how not to hit the generators, is basically free money if you have an energy weapon. Using the energy blade is a bad idea because it will hit things around it and generally cause all kinds of havoc. So try not to do that. What? What? That's bullshit. Oh, that sucks. And now I gotta pay for repairs, and that's gonna suck too. I should have saved it. Ugh.
Defenses damaged. Halting combat and returning to the nest.
And now I'm massively in debt. Yay. Ouch. If you keep failing like that, you do get kicked out of the nest. Alright. So, let's save the game. Oh, right. I have to assign a slot. Yeah, I'm playing this on the PS3. Because my PS3 is backwards compatible. Aren't I special? I paid a lot of money for a backwards compatible PS3 3 times. Alright, that mission can get fucked. It is poorly defined. You want me to do this mission again? Oh, they've reappeared. Okay. They brought together 12 MTs from somewhere and have again amassed inside the factory. Clamoring for us to bring out the guys who hurt them before they are on a rampage. Our guard weaponry is useless. Any Raven will do, just do something. Alright, I can do that. So basically there are 2 storylines in this game. You can either work exclusively or primarily for Murakumo, or you can work exclusively or primarily for
How dare you come here? Don't get carried away just
for
because you're a
Chrome.
Raven.
Okay. I won't. Guys, your MTs suck. The only problem with the pulse rifle is that it will run out of ammo really fast. So you gotta make sure every shot counts. Boom. Boom. Bouncy, 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 bouncy. We might do some quad legs, and we'll definitely do tank legs at least once. Just because tank legs allow you to have some absolutely ridiculous things. Do 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 do, do 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 do, do 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 do.
Target of operation cleared. System switched to normal mode.
Thanks, Tracy. My computer is named Tracy now. Nice. I've almost bought myself out of debt. But yeah, starting with Armored Core 4, they introduced things like Primal Armor, which is basically an energy shield that made no friggin' sense to me. So, I don't know. It got way beyond me. Good work the other day. Thanks to you, the redevelopment work has been safely resumed. We are troubled to find that the squatters' weapons were likely supplied through the involvement of the terrorist group Imminent Storm. We really should perform a full-scale investigation, but they hold some pretty bad company, if you get my drift. Unless we have direct evidence of wrongdoing, we cannot get involved. Well, we have our reasons. Even though we are called the Guard, we are really mere cogs in the clockwork of business. We don't want to do anything to wring our own necks. Unfortunately, that seems to be all we can do. We're looking forward to working with you in the future. Cool. Zam City was one of the very first cities built in the Underground City Development Program, so redevelopment is proceeding in various areas of the city. Although Chrome had held authority over this area, in recent years Murakumo has turned the tables so that most of the redevelopment projects have been led by Murakumo. It is not hard to imagine that these circumstances are involved in the recent events. I'll be in touch. Alright. Let's save the game. And say, next time on Character Select, we'll continue being mercenaries for hire. In case you're wondering how long this game is, it has, I believe, 50 missions. 50 missions. Some of them are mutually exclusive, so I think you can only see about 40-ish in one playthrough. But we've done 9 missions. So, and we have an overall percentage of 11? Now I'm going to question. How many missions are in Armored Core 1? 47 missions. Okay. Cool. So thank you very much for watching. Make sure to click that like button down below if you liked it. And we're going to have fun with this for a while, and then we might have fun with other Armored Core games too. I had to buy the second and the third game. I really did.